The streets of Chicago are whispering with danger, and the storm that's coming will change everything forever. A brutal ending is on the horizon, and no one is safe, not Tommy, not his allies, not even the family he swore to protect. Every move, every decision, every betrayal has led us to this point. The finale of Power Book 4 for Season 3 is being teased as one of the most heartbreaking and violent chapters in the Power universe. But the real question is who will survive when loyalty collides with ambition, and blood is the final price of power. From the very beginning, Tommy Egan's journey in Chicago has been nothing short of chaos and fire. He didn't come to blend in, he came to build an empire. But with every brick he laid in his kingdom, enemies rose faster than allies, and trust became a rare currency. Season 2 left us standing at the edge of a war, with Tommy holding the torch and everyone else either running toward the flames or being consumed by them. Chicago is not New York, and Tommy learned that quickly. The city isn't just divided by gangs, it's a battlefield of politics, power, and bloodlines that have been fighting for decades. The Chicago drug game is not just about selling. It's about surviving, about outsmarting the streets while trying not to lose yourself in the process. Tommy built connections, sure, but those connections came with deadly strings attached. Diamond, once a trusted ally, now finds himself torn between his loyalty to Tommy and his need to protect his brother and his crew. His story has always been about balance, about trying to keep the peace while walking on a line that could snap at any moment. But peace has no place in Tommy's world. For Tommy, every alliance is just another chess move, another piece on the board, and the game doesn't end until someone is taken out. And then there's Claudia Flynn, ruthless, cunning, and desperate to rise above her family's shadow. She's proven again and again that she spills as much blood as necessary to carve out her own throne. But ambition without control is dangerous, and Claudia is running out of chances. The Flynns, once untouchable, are now fractured, broken from the inside. And every crack in their empire makes them a bigger threat not just to themselves, but to everyone else in the city. But the most emotional thread pulling at Tommy's heart has always been family. JP and his son brought out a side of Tommy that fans rarely see: vulnerability. For a man who built his life on rage and revenge, his family gave him something different: hope. Yet in the world of power, family is never safe. History has shown us that the closer someone is to Tommy, the more likely they are to become a target. And the whispers around Season 3's finale hint at heartbreak so sharp it will cut deeper than any bullet. As we build toward this finale, the air is thick with tension. Betrayals are coming. Friendships will break. Lives will be lost. But what makes this finale stand out is the way it's being described: brutal, yes, but also deeply personal. It's not just about territory, it's about people. It's about what happens when ambition destroys the ones you love most. Every clue, every leak, every spoiler suggests that the Power universe is ready to take something from Tommy that he can never get back. And fans are bracing themselves for impact. The stage is set. The streets are ready, and the finale promises to leave us shaken, questioning not only who will die, but whether Tommy himself can survive the wreckage of the empire he's built. Because in this world, power always comes with a cost. And in Season 3, that cost may be higher than ever before. The whispers about the finale have already begun, and they're darker than anything fans expected. Early spoilers, leaks, and insider chatter all point to one unavoidable truth. Season 3 of Power Book 4 Force isn't just closing with a bang, it's closing with heartbreak. The kind of heartbreak that leaves scars across the entire Power universe. And the most chilling part: these spoilers aren't random, they fit perfectly into the twisted pattern the series has always followed. From the very start, Power has taught us one lesson: nobody is untouchable. Ghost, Angela, Rhino, even Liliana's loss was brutal, shocking, and unforgettable. And now, the streets of Chicago are preparing to add another name to that graveyard of legends. Some of the leaks floating around suggest that the finale will mirror the emotional destruction of Ghost's death, not by repeating it, but by striking at Tommy in a way he can never recover from. That's why fans are on edge, because when Tommy Egan hurts, the entire Power world feels the aftershock. The earliest spoiler teasers describe scenes dripping with betrayal. A deal gone wrong. A meeting that should have been business, but instead turns into a bloodbath. But what makes it worse is the emotional weight attached to it. This isn't just about rivals pulling triggers, it's about people Tommy trusts, people he believes in, suddenly turning their backs. The betrayal theme has been central to the Power legacy, but here, it's not just betrayal for money or power, it's betrayal wrapped in family ties and broken loyalty. Another major thread in these leaks is the shocking possibility of a death inside Tommy's inner circle. Some whispers hint at Diamond, the steady presence who's walked a tightrope between his brother and Tommy, finally reaching a breaking point. Others claim Claudia Flynn might face her most dangerous gamble yet and lose everything in one reckless move. But the darkest spoiler, the one that has fans holding their breath, involves Tommy's family. The suggestion that JP or his son could become collateral damage has sent shockwaves through the fandom. And if that spoiler proves true, it would rip Tommy apart in a way bullets never could. But it doesn't stop there. Other leaks point toward a betrayal so layered, so unexpected, that it would completely flip the narrative heading into Season 4. Imagine Tommy facing an enemy who once called him a friend, or worse, family. Imagine an alliance so twisted that it feels like fate itself is punishing him for every violent choice he's ever made. The Power writers have always thrived on shocking their audience. But the way these spoilers are framed, it seems they're aiming to deliver not just a shock, but a wound that lingers. Fans are dissecting every leak, connecting dots from old storylines, and predicting where the heartbreak will land. Some believe the finale will echo Ghost's last stand, with Tommy forced to watch someone he loves bleed out in front of him. Others think this will be the moment Tommy himself is brought to his knees, not by a bullet, but by the crushing realization that power can never protect the ones closest to you. What makes these leaks feel so believable is how they tie into the themes we've already seen building all season. Trust versus betrayal, family versus ambition, survival versus sacrifice. Chicago has become a chessboard, and in the finale, pieces are going to be wiped off that board in the most brutal fashion. The early spoilers don't just hint at blood, they hint at a finale that leaves viewers in silence, staring at the screen, unable to believe what just happened. And maybe that's the most terrifying spoiler of all. Because in this universe, heartbreak isn't just expected, it's promised. And this finale, according to everything we've heard, is about to deliver heartbreak on a scale that will echo long after the credits roll. Every Power story is built on characters who burn bright and fall hard, and for Season 3 is no exception. The early leaks may have given us a taste of betrayal and heartbreak, but the real weight of this finale lies in the arcs of the characters we've followed through blood, loyalty, and ambition. Each of them stands at a crossroads, and the finale will decide whether they rise, break, or die. Let's start with Tommy Egan. For years, Tommy has been the wild card, the loyal soldier, the ruthless boss, the man who runs into fire when everyone else runs out. But in Chicago, he's more than that. He's a king trying to build a kingdom, a man finally stepping out of Ghost's shadow and writing his own legend. Season 3 has tested Tommy's patience, his loyalty, and his control. But the finale, this is where his choices catch up to him. Every empire in Power history has been built on shaky ground, and Tommy's is no different. The leaks suggest that his most trusted relationships could crumble right when he needs them most. For Tommy, this finale won't just be about winning a war, it'll be about surviving a loss that strikes closer to his heart than any bullet ever could. Then there's Diamond. From the moment he walked out of prison, Diamond has been the calm in the storm, the man who values reason over violence, loyalty over greed. But peace has a price, and in Tommy's world, that price is blood. Diamond has tried to hold his brother Jenner back from destruction, but Season 3 has proven that family ties are a double-edged sword. In the finale, Diamond faces a choice: stand with Tommy and embrace the chaos, or walk away and risk losing everything he fought to rebuild. The spoilers hint that Diamond may not get to choose, that fate will drag him into the fire whether he's ready or not. Next, we turn to Claudia Flynn. If Tommy is the flame, Claudia is the spark, unpredictable, dangerous, and desperate to burn brighter than her family name. Season 3 has seen her climb higher and higher, but ambition is a poison, and Claudia has been drinking deep. The leaks suggest that her hunger for power could finally consume her, leaving her vulnerable to enemies inside and outside her bloodline. Whether she dies, betrays, or survives, Claudia's arc feels destined to end in tragedy. In the Power universe, characters like Claudia rarely get happy endings. They get unforgettable ones, but the emotional heart of this season belongs to JP and his son, D-Mac. For Tommy, finding family in Chicago gave him something he's never had before: hope. A reason to fight that wasn't just about money, territory, or revenge. JP has grounded Tommy in ways no one else could, while D-Mac represents a future Tommy has long been denied. But here's the dark truth: the closer you are to Tommy, the bigger a target you become. Spoilers hint at a devastating moment involving Tommy's family. And if JP or D-Mac become casualties in this war, it won't just break Tommy, it will redefine him. For a man who has lost so much already, another loss could push him into a darkness even he can't escape. And finally, there's the city itself. Chicago has always been more than just a backdrop, it's a character of its own. Its streets breathe with violence, ambition, and betrayal. Every corner hides a threat, every deal hides a trap, and every gunshot echoes with history. The finale will remind us that in this city, survival isn't about being the strongest, it's about being willing to sacrifice the most. When you look at these arcs together, the picture becomes clear. Tommy, Diamond, Claudia, JP, D-Mac, all of them are walking toward a finish line painted in blood. The leaks tell us that someone won't make it, but they don't tell us who. And that's the brilliance of it. Because every single one of these characters has a fate that feels inevitable, yet unpredictable. Each of them carries a secret, a flaw, or a bond that could explode in the finale. This isn't just storytelling, it's the Power formula at its finest. Build characters we love, test them to their breaking points, and then, when we least expect it, take one of them away. That's why fans are bracing themselves. Because no matter who falls in this finale, it will hurt. It will feel brutal. It will feel personal. And it will remind us why this universe has become one of the most addictive sagas on television. The word circling around the finale is brutal. But in the world of Power, brutality doesn't just mean gunshots, stabbings, or back alley executions. It means emotional devastation. The kind that keeps fans staring at the screen long after the credits roll. Every clue, every spoiler, every character arc has been leading to a conclusion that promises not only violence but heartbreak. And if history has taught us anything, it's that no one is truly safe when the Power writers sharpen their knives. So what could this finale really look like? One of the strongest predictions is that a major death will shatter everything Tommy has built. The Power universe thrives on sacrifice, and every kingpin's rise comes at the cost of someone they love. In Ghost's story, that price was Angela. In Raising Kanan, it was Rock's grip on her family. For Tommy, that cost feels closer than ever. And the most devastating possibility is that his family, JP or D-Mac, becomes collateral damage. Imagine Tommy, the man who has fought his entire life to protect the ones he loves, being forced to watch that love torn away in the most violent way possible. That kind of heartbreak would leave scars deeper than bullets. Another chilling prediction is betrayal from the inside. Spoilers have been hinting at alliances cracking, and the finale could very well reveal a shocking turn, a friend or ally pulling the trigger on Tommy's empire. Diamond has always been a man of reason, but reason doesn't survive long in a world ruled by chaos. If Diamond chooses his brother or his own survival over Tommy, that betrayal could turn into one of the most memorable stabs in the back in Power history. Fans are already whispering that this finale may mark the end of trust between Tommy and the only ally who ever tried to keep him grounded. And then there's Claudia Flynn. Her ambition has always been a time bomb, ticking louder with every season. If the leaks are true, Claudia could either meet her downfall in the finale or betray Tommy in a move that shakes the entire board. Some predict her reckless hunger for power will finally cost her life. Others believe she may survive, but in a way that sets her up as an even greater enemy in Season 4. Either path leads to blood. And either way, it adds fuel to the heartbreak fans are bracing for. But the most haunting prediction of all, Tommy himself could lose more than just people. He could lose the very thing that makes him who he is, his control. Imagine a finale where Tommy survives, but barely broken, hollow, and stripped of everything he fought to protect. That would be more brutal than any death because it leaves him alive to suffer. A man like Tommy, who thrives on loyalty and vengeance, would not know how to move forward after a betrayal or a loss of that magnitude. And that's exactly what makes this finale so dangerous. The Power writers love patterns, and one of their cruelest is that the finale always delivers a twist that fans don't see coming. In Season 6 of the original Power, it was Ghost's murder. In Book 2, it was Zeke's shocking death. In Raising Kanan, it was Marvin's near-fatal betrayal. Force has been building toward its own devastating moment, and the finale seems ready to drop a bomb that fans will talk about for years. And here's the kicker: whatever happens, it won't just affect Season 3, it will redefine Season 4. Every betrayal, every death, every broken alliance will ripple outward, changing the entire trajectory of Tommy's empire. If JP or D-Mac dies, Tommy will spiral into rage, burning everything in his path. If Diamond betrays him, Tommy will find himself alone, forced to rebuild from ashes. If Claudia survives her own downfall, she rises as one of the most dangerous threats he's ever faced. Each prediction is brutal, each outcome heartbreaking. And that's what makes this finale so terrifyingly exciting. So when fans sit down to watch the final episode, they shouldn't just expect bullets flying and bodies dropping. They should expect the kind of emotional gut punch that has defined the Power saga from day one. Because in this world, survival isn't about strength, it's about sacrifice. And in Season 3's finale, the sacrifice will be unforgettable.